Tonight on the Red Report, one of the oldest organizations on campus is getting a makeover, and townies of all ages are able to eat in the Muck. I'm John Weatherington.
And I'm Kathleen Surrey. A USD track star is switching universities for a higher opportunity, and USD is taking away the dean's list.
Plus, students will be punished if they cut across the grass instead of taking the sidewalks. But first, the headlines with Abby Pierce.
An execution in Oklahoma was aborted after the injection of drugs didn't work. Instead of dying after the injection, Clayton D. Lockett became unconscious. The series of drugs used were experimental, and South Dakota Governor Dennis Daugaard says the state will not use the drugs. In fact, Daugaard has called off all executions set for the following 2 years. He says the state is looking into stopping executions altogether. Star Wars is making another appearance. That is, in December 2015, multiple cast members from the previous films will return to the next movie, Star Wars Episode 7, but others will be new to the series. Director J.J. Abrams has reached out to college students across the country to play in the new movie. USD student Lucas Tachek has been selected to participate in the film, which will start filming as soon as school is over. Several tornadoes and floods have hit multiple southern states, but now that deadly weather is turning towards the Midwest. South Dakotans can expect a mix of weather for the rest of the week, starting with snowstorms tonight. The weekend will include heavy rainfall, strong winds, and deadly tornadoes. Residents are encouraged to take cover during these storms and not leave their homes. And those are your headlines.
Students are blatantly disrespecting university property and need to be formally punished. The UPD will issue $30 tickets to anyone seen walking on the grass. Second-time offenders will be required to scrub the floor of the Char Bar on Thursday morning as community service. Officials say this is the best penalty they've ever implemented, surpassing parking tickets and even the smoking ban.
Strollers is one of the oldest organizations at USD. It's an annual show that features dancing, singing, and comedy. This year, Strollers is in for some changes as it transitions into an interpretive dance competition. Some members of the Strollers organization aren't in favor of the change to the show.
It's the worst thing to happen to USD. I don't know why it would ever change. Who likes to interpretive dance? I don't know anyone that does that. Strollers was my life. I did everything for that organization, and they're turning it into interpretive dancing. I'm not dealing with it. I'm done. I'll be a stroller in my heart, but I'm not participating.
Some students are already preparing for the new Strollers competition.
You just walk around the hallways and you just start dancing. Interpretive dance is dance. It's all about what life is about. You have to interpretive dance. I practice so much, and I can't wait until I get to Strollers, because Strollers is the biggest event for interpretive dance. I mean, it's like I was born to be in Strollers.
Say goodbye to the old Strollers and hello to the new on March 21st, 2015. Coming up after the break, find out if twerking has any side effects on students, and hear one student's tale of being accepted on campus. Stay tuned.
Students often question the judgment University Police Department has when handing out parking tickets. One student believes that the parking prejudice within UPD needs to stop. Sophomore Brooke Baird received a ticket while parked in a crowded parking lot on April 15, 2014.
I went and parked by Newharth in the 15-minute parking spots because I had to turn in a paper to my professor, and I was parked for maybe like 17 minutes, I think they said, and I got a ticket.
Baird is suing because a car was illegally parked across 3 handicap spaces. However, it did not receive a parking ticket.
I want to take this to court so that we can get justice for everyone who's been wrongfully accused and gotten parking tickets when they shouldn't have. I'm pissed.
Baird has received support from other students who suffered injustice from UPD.
I'm not supposed to really talk about it without my lawyer, but off the record, you're going down.
Baird versus UPD is scheduled to appear in court on May 13th. UPD has yet to comment on this issue.
USD's student body is made up of diverse individuals. As enrollment continues to grow, students may have noticed an increase in the number of cowboys attending the state's flagship institution. But with the increase comes discrimination. One cowboy was willing to share his story with Coyote News.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Jedediah Wharton, and I'm a cowboy on the USD campus. You know, I don't have very many friends, but I've really tried to make attempts. I started a lasso club, but nobody wanted to join. Lassoing has been a lifelong talent for me. I just really like to get my rope around a steer and just drag him down, drag him downtown, you know what I'm saying? No one else around here understands, you know.
Yeah, I've seen him lasso. He's always trying to rustle something up. I don't know what that means ever. First day, Jedediah tried to bring a gun rack in the room, and I had to explain to him that that's not allowed.
You know, it really hurts my feelings when everybody says, "Why don't you go to SDSU?" Hell no! I'm a coyote through and through, and I cook jackrabbits in my stew. I hope I can find a nice cowgirl. Wrangle her on over here to hang out every once in a while, you know. Perfect mosey on into my heart. I don't know. You'll make a cowboy cry.
1 in every 70 college students are affected by cowboy discrimination. USD's diversity office reminds students that the cowboys on USD's campus are the smartest cowboys in the state.
Due to a number of students failing classes, USD has decided not to name students to the Dean's List anymore. The main reason is because the students recognized feel embarrassed for excelling when their classmates are failing. Overachieving students often feel punished when their work is critiqued in class, but really they're the only ones who turned it in. Some symptoms for overachievers are feeling lazy, not wanting to go to class, and not studying for final exams. If you have any of these symptoms, get advice from students who feel those symptoms throughout the entire semester.
Some call it a popular and fun dance, while others think it has become a societal problem. Yote reporter Bailey Millen found out that twerking can have serious side effects.
Twerking is a dance phenomenon that started out in clubs and bars last year. Though it can still be seen in today's nightlife, its popularity has declined due to newer dances such as the nae-nae and the yeet. The twerking storm blew over, but the aftermath is still causing problems in the lives of some young people. One in particular is 22-year-old Scott Stoll. We drove to Yankton to learn more about his problem. Twerking took over Scott's life to the point where he started to lose the things he loved.
I used to play football. This is a picture of me my freshman year. And second semester, I got into twerking pretty bad. It became a daily habit, and I lost my football scholarship. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
And it didn't stop with just sports.
I lost my girlfriend, Bae, as I called her. We'd go on dates, and I'd just get the urge to just twerk whenever a good song came on. Then she said, if you do it one more time, it's going to be it. Twerk It by VIC came on at a restaurant. I lost control, and she walked out of the restaurant and my life.
We had the opportunity to get a few comments from Scott's ex-Bae on the issue.
Do I miss him? Yeah, I do miss him. But the twerking was too much. I couldn't handle it anymore. It was so embarrassing.
If you or someone you know has been affected by twerking, remember there's always help. Call the Twerk Help hotline at 1-800-RATCHET today and get help with your situation now. For the Red Report, I'm Bailey Millen.
Thanks, Bailey. Coming up after the break, a certain squirrel lover wants to keep the peace with the animals, but not break new grass regulations. And is the former SGA vice president taking office again? Stay with us.
Wealth. Money. If only everything was as easy to get as the volant.
Rumors have been swirling about former SGA Vice President Clay Hoffman. The Red Report's Erica Arpan is at the SGA offices with Hoffman. Erica?
Thanks, Kathleen. I'm standing here with former SGA Vice President Clay Hoffman to discuss his plans to
Thanks, John. I'm here with the former Vice President of SGA, Clay Hoffman, who will soon be the new president of SGA. Clay, so what do you plan on doing being the president of SGA now?
Well, you all right there? First of all, we take you to student health.
Oh, that's fine.
We take you to student health.
That'll be amazing.
But if you'd like to step into my future office, I'll just tell you my future plans. So, first of all, I better make myself comfortable here because I'm going to be here for a long while. I would get rid of all this stuff around here. Tyler's not very good at interior decorating.
Okay, what do you think the students...
I don't think that's an important question, Clay. I have a very more important question. Erica's questions don't matter here. Anyways, so you said that you would first get some interior decorating done in the office. What do you plan on doing? I see enough space for a couch.
Yes, I'd like a couch. I'd kind of like to make it more Oval Office-esque, you know, and have some nice furniture here and make it a place where students could come, or, you know, all of our policy advisors. That's another thing. I'd make it more professional. I'd bring in some policy advisors.
So who would you have on your advisory board for your policy advisors?
Well, you have to have Joe Glenn. I'd ask him to be an honorary advisor.
And how do you think students and the current SGA President Tortzen would react to your act of power?
I don't consider it an act of power. I consider it an act of helping out the student body. There's one thing I've learned in this world: hunt or be hunted.
All right. Okay. That was former
SGA
student.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Live from the SGA office, I'm Taylor Moore.
And I'm Erica Arpan.
Thank you, guys.
One USD student has a unique talent that deals with our very own vermilion squirrels. The Red Report's Amanda Kokish explores this student's special bond with squirrels.
You may have heard of a dog whisperer, but have you ever heard of a squirrel whisperer? USD's own Haley Jaretowski believes she can talk to squirrels, and today we sat down to talk with her.
So how long have you known that you've had this wonderful power?
I would say I've always had a special connection with squirrels. Like, ever since I was a child, I was always hanging out with them. And I've really earned a really special bond with the vermilion squirrels. I'd say I have some really close friends. I mean, I get along with all of them, but I mean, Stacy Squirrel was one of my friends. She actually had an acorn addiction. So I mean, you better believe that I was with her.
Do people judge you because of your special talent?
I'm sorry. Yes. I get chastised a lot for it. And it's something I've gone through. I mean, people are like, oh, she's talking to squirrels, she's running around hopping like a squirrel, picking them up, and it's just, people don't understand that this is my power, this is my life, and they just need to accept that, you know? So yeah, I do get made fun of a lot for it, but you know, I'm just gonna do me and keep talking to squirrels.
And there you have it, folks. I'm Amanda Kokish, for the Red Report.
With campus capacity nearing 100%, Red Report blog's Charlie Daldorf weighs in about the expansion of 2 new dorm complexes.
Hello, everybody. My secretary gave me a report this morning that says we're actually getting 2 new dorms on campus. They're Library Hall and Muck Hall. That's right, they're adding 2 more floors on top of the library and Muck sanctioned for living space. I am so glad they listened to my demands, albeit in a creative way. I think this is the best decision they could have made. Students living in those dorms are right in the middle of campus, so travel distance to class isn't very far. And getting food from the Muck or going to the library is only a couple steps away without going into the chilly winter snow. It's perfect. Harrison Dimes is the person in charge of the new construction, and he's actually here as a guest on the show. How are you doing today, Harrison? Oh, wait, you have a sore throat? Okay, that's fine then. What do you have to say about the dorm expansions, Harrison? Okay. All right. Wait, are you serious? Wow, okay, all right then. He says he's super excited about the new changes, and President Abbott is personally assigning him the position as Student Life President for the next 4 years. Well, guys, it's been a great run. You can buy the blog of Spring 2014 for $10 at coyotenewsrocks.com. Please support the official DVD release. For Red Report blog, I'm Charlie Daldorf, and thanks for watching.
Thanks, Charlie. Coming up after the break, women are taking over the football field, and the new Hearth building is being transformed into something sports-related. Stay tuned.
Tonight on Red Report Sports, the USD track star is switching universities for higher competition, and USD is withdrawing from a rivalry competition. I'm Nathan Elbecker.
And I'm Nicole Griffith. The new Hearth building will be renovated back to a gymnasium while the new dome expansion is being built. And women are trying out for the football team. First, the headlines. Abby?
Yesterday, Don Sterling was banned for life from NBA events after tapes were released in which he's heard making racist comments. Today, Sterling's announced he's selling the LA Clippers, buying a professional hockey team, and moving to Minnesota. Sterling says he's been to Minnesota and enjoys the weather, especially the year-round winter white landscapes. Detroit Lions receiver Calvin Johnson responded to the NFL rule forbidding dunking the football in the goalpost after touchdowns. The rule says the goalpost is a prop and cannot be used in celebration. Johnson says that he'll protest the rule by twerking after touchdowns. The NFL is already working to have the rule changed. Johnny Manziel has been a favorite pick for the NFL draft, but this week he announced that he won't be joining the NFL. Manziel says he'll fulfill his lifelong dream of being a synchronized swimmer in the 2016 Olympics. And those are your headlines.
USD continues to improve its athletic facilities, but they won't be completed anytime soon. In the meantime, athletes will practice in the Al Newharth Media Center. The Red Report's Jackie Hendry tells us the building's new role on campus.
With construction of the new athletic arena beginning in May, the Coyote basketball and volleyball teams have found a temporary home in the Al Newharth Media Center.
Before the Dakota Dome was built in the 1970s, what is now the Newharth building actually held USD's gymnasium. But now the Yotes will be practicing here until their new arena is finished. That won't be until 2016.
While sharing the building was meant to promote goodwill between campus athletics and the Contemporary Media and Journalism Department, some are concerned.
One of the greatest frustrations about having athletics in our building is having to share the pool with the swim team. The next thing you know is they're going to want to borrow our sauna.
But some members of student media have found a silver lining to sharing the space.
It's very convenient because I have a sports radio show every week, and seeing what they're doing, how they're doing, what plays are working and everything, and I can actually break it like on the radio show and get some of our listeners pumped up about it.
For the Red Report, I'm Jackie Hendry.
Until the new arena is finished, USD basketball games will be held in the Newharth lobby, and volleyball games will be held right here in the Coyote News studio.
With the injury bug biting everything with two legs, the Coyote football team set up a women's clinic last Friday to find some new talent. More than 70 women hit the turf at the Dakota Dome to earn chance for a roster spot. After receiving equipment, they showed off their talents to coach Joe Glenn. Recruit Kathy Devine says she wants to help in all phases of the game.
I'm here to help out the Yotes in any way I can. We have to join together to make it the best year possible.
Coach Joe Glenn had the recruits scrimmage against each other as a practice for the spring game. Glenn says he looks for something special in new recruits.
Is wearing red and white that has a fire in her heart and in her eyes.
The clinic lasted 2 hours. Devine started at linebacker for the Yotes at the spring game. She recorded 2 sacks and 1 interception that was returned for a touchdown.
USD decided to withdraw from the South Dakota Corn Showdown series for this season. Athletic Director David Herbster says with SDSU leading 14-5, the Coyotes just don't have a chance. The Coyote women's basketball players claim the scoring system's unfair. They've received no points for defeating SDSU in the Summit League Conference Championship or for representing the state at the NCAA tournament. If USD would have received the 10 points for those wins, they would be leading the competition. Red Report commentator Courtney Sterrett knows that one professional football player has the ability to take over the entire sports world.
We all know that Richard Sherman is the best player in the NFL. I touched base on this earlier in the semester. We had his tussle with Crabtree, and he won that playoff game for the Seahawks. Plus, he practically won the Super Bowl, too. My question is that with all of his confidence and amazing athletic talents, why should he stop at just the NFL? Richard Sherman can be the best athlete in every sport. If you think about it, he really can excel at anything that faces him. With his fabulous running abilities and the way he catches that football, he pretty much has baseball and basketball covered. Not to mention, he used to be in track and did the long jump. That's pretty impressive when it comes to puddle jumping or hopscotch. The sport that Sherman already has in the bag due to his entertainment value from his interview with Aaron Andrews is WWE wrestling. The way he creates negative crowd feedback and portrays himself as the best in the league really helps with his professional performance. He has the audience eating out of his perfect hand. If you were upset before with Sherman, prepare to be furious because, well, he's just that good. And everyone's just jealous of his incredible capabilities. I can't wait for Sherman to try and tackle curling. For the Red Report, I'm Courtney Sterrett.
Thanks, Courtney. After the break, learn what happened to Chuck in the Muck and why he seems to be missing these days. Stay tuned.
Wealth. Money. If only everything was as easy to get as the Volant.
It's with great sadness that we must announce that Chuck in the Muck has been canceled. Chuck Gresser was fired from Coyote News after repeated allegations of misconduct.
Our Hollywood insider Dick Swellington has the story on how quickly Chuck's career came and went.
It's a story all too familiar. An average Joe becomes an international icon overnight, and everything seems fine on the surface.
Are we getting a picture, or is this...
Chuck had it all. His rise to the top was filled with talk show appearances.
It's still, don't you think it's still one of the prettiest skylines in the world?
It is. Almost as beautiful as me.
And clean.
Money. And women. Chuck's career began to rise, but Chuck would learn a life lesson soon. Everything that goes up must come crashing down, and hard. Numerous scandals and allegations of alcohol and drug abuse surfaced, which Chuck vehemently denied.
Chuck, is it true that you're going to rehab?
I don't know anything about it.
Where are you going to go to rehab?
I'm not going to rehab. Leave me alone. I got my face.
It wasn't too long at all before the partying began to affect him at his job. The ratings started to fall, and Coyote News was forced to find a new star. They tried replacing Chuck in the Muck with similar segments.
This is Don and the John, checking out the local. 1 ply or 2?
Hey man, get out of here! I'm taking it. Hi, this is Clay by the Bay, and there's Chuck Gresser, and I don't even know what the hell he's doing.
But the magic was gone. It was all downhill from there.
What are you looking at?
Chuck became a regular at the char bar, spending his days and nights trying to drink his pain away. But he refused to go down without a fight. A phone call from a close friend gave him a new idea that just might save his career.
What do you want, Barack?
Hey, Chuck. This is Barack Mama. I just want to let you know that you shouldn't give up on your dreams. I know you've been working hard out there doing Chuck and the Muck, and you have my approval for Chuck and the Char. I know you're going to do great work.
Hey, it's Chuck and the Char at the Char, and this is a really hot girl. How you doing?
I'm good.
What are you doing right now?
I'm waiting for the bathroom.
Yeah, let's go in there, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. All right. Oh, hey.
It didn't take him long, no, not long at all, before Chuck realized maybe he just wasn't cut out for show business anymore. So he turned to other means of entertainment. Just at the apex of his career as an exotic dancer, he was fired and arrested for whizzing on the dance floor. He didn't serve any jail time, but nobody has seen him since his arrest. If you have any information on Chuck Gresser's whereabouts, please contact the authorities. We've been told that he would do anything to get back on television, so television stations, beware. And Chuck, if you're out there, stay safe. For the Red Report, I'm Dick Swellington.
That's all for the Red Report. Remember, it's not real news, it's the Red Report.
Have a great night. We'll see you in the fall.